Hey everybody, welcome to In Your House SmackDown After Party. I'm one of your hosts, Tony Gonzales, along with the producer, Joshua Joseph, and I think we're ready to go, man. We're ready to talk some SmackDown. Thought it
Oh,
was
I
an
believe we
interesting,
are.
thought it was an interesting show. Wasn't a bad show, wasn't a great show, but I thought it was a decent go home show. Like we talked earlier, I thought the promos and the video packages were the best part of the show. Not that the matches, there was a couple pretty good matches on the show, but there was a couple one that had our heads scratching, I think, a little bit. So we'll go through the matches first, and then we'll talk about some of the segments on the show. The show opened. The first match of the show was Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton in the tag match with Michin and BFAB with Jade Cargill's help. Michin and BFAB won the match. Uh, wasn't the greatest match. I give it like a C, C plus. Uh, I thought it was kind of weird to have Michin and BFAB win the match when Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton are the one in the ladder match. I thought that was kind of interesting, but I will say they got to come back after the match and pull them out of the ring. And Charlotte got to come out and look pretty strong against Jade. That segment after the match was better than the match.
Oh, agreed.
But I thought I'm excited to see Charlotte and Jade at SummerSlam. I think it could be a good match. If anybody can get a good match out of Jade, I think Charlotte can. And I think Jade has been better since she's become a heel.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's helped some. But yeah, the match wasn't the greatest match in the world. Uh, BFAB, I don't want to say she's tucked steps back, but I don't think she's tucked. I think she's in a holding pattern. There for a while, I thought she took steps forward, but right now, I think she's in a holding pattern. Uh,
Yeah. I think that's a fair assessment with her right now where she's at. Um, it just sucks because I seen some potential with her and what she was
yep.
rolling with. So hopefully she gets back on that train.
Yeah, I hope so. I tell you what, I think Chelsea and Tiffany looked really good uh, in their outfits. I mean, they look like they could be a tag team.
Yeah,
I think they could be a tag team.
I think so too. But as of what we just seen, I think we need to pump the brakes right there because Chelsea
Yeah,
Green's in ring. What it phone it in? Is that a term we can use for this one? Because that whip she got from BFAB to it, it looked like it was supposed to be an Irish whip off the ropes, but then she
yeah.
did this twirling, throwing her arms in the air. Like, what are we doing? That and
Yeah,
there was a lot of sloppiness in this one.
it was, and the bad thing about that is we know Chelsea can go. We've seen it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We know she can go. We know she can captivate a crowd, which she had the crowd in the palm of her hands. When
Yeah,
she got that tag, man, they lost their minds to get her in that ring. And once she went in there, it just turned to what are we doing? I mean, like even Michin, and I've been huge on Michin. She had a lot of sloppy moments in that
yeah,
match, and I don't understand it, Tony.
yeah. It's almost to me like they was trying to make sure nobody got hurt,
Okay,
and and to me, that's the recipe to get hurt.
to
Uh,
get her, yeah, yeah,
so yeah, it wasn't strong. I usually don't give a grade below a C, and it was right around that C or C plus because I give the wrestlers a benefit of the doubt that they're putting in the work that they're trying. So I don't come out and say that was an F or a D. That's just not
yeah,
my style. But
yeah,
but it wasn't strong. It wasn't at all.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I'm giving it a C too.
yeah, yeah. The next match after that. Uh, I would have liked to seen them take a swing here and had one of the teams win. I understand why they didn't. You got both belts on the line, but you could always do another match later on. It
Mm,
would have been cool if they would have took a swing. But after the match, just 1 second, Josh. I'm gonna kill Joe.
yeah, no worries. Everybody can hear Tony's having some pet attention. So, his, his dog needs some attention right now, so we'll let Tony do that. But yeah, I like this where we were going with this match, and I like where you're going with what you were talking about, Tony. I would have
Yeah,
loved to seen a definitive answer in this one.
yeah, I would have too. The match was pretty good. The
It
aftermath
was a good
outside the
match.
yeah, and, the aftermath was good. So it was pretty good, but what really stepped it up to me, and, we'll go ahead and mention it because there was a backstage segment, uh, earlier with, Tamatonga and, Talatonga talking about how they need to they got away from Solo, and it's now to get their focus back, to focus on family and focus on the gold, and then out of nowhere, their father, Aku, appears, and I popped for that. I
Yeah, I
I'm a
did too.
big Haku fan, huge Haku fan, and my worry was that we was just gonna see him say that, and that was it.
Yeah,
That was my worry, and in my head, man, he needs to be with them all the time, and they did it. I mean, at least for that night, he came out after the match and was with him. He got in the ring with him. I think he's gonna be with him all the time, and that will be huge
I think
for
he
them.
should. I agree with you 100% on that one because we grew up. Well, I grew up. You were actually already
Yeah,
knowing of these types of tag teams and these guys coming up, and Haku was a Haku back in the day scared me as a kid, man, watching
yeah,
him. Like he was one of the legit wrestlers that I was terrified. I didn't know what he would do in a ring. Like they made him such a focal point on the brutality of wrestling matches that I believed it. And yeah, I agree. Seeing him, I will say this when I heard the cane tap and I seen the feet, I was like, please do not be Rikishi. Please do not
yeah,
be
yeah,
Rikishi. And then
yeah,
I seen it was Haku, and I was like,
yeah.
all right, the Samoan Juggalos have a leader. They're going to be okay now. It's
Yes.
so I was happy to see that he did even go out into the ring and back you up 100%. He needs to be with them.
And to me, get some flow going, and within the next couple months, be the tag team champions, and let's rebuild that tag team division. I
And
mean,
it looks like they might be doing that with what we just seen.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was excited. I give that segment, with the match, I give it a B plus. But I'm a big Haku. I'm a big Haku man. I popped for it. It made me really happy. Give me some hope for them and for the tag team division.
I
So
love that.
I think it was a shot in the arm for that. The next match was a real good one too. Triple A Cruiserweight Championship. The champion Ray Phoenix putting the belt up against JD McDonough. Uh, I thought this was a real good match. I know some people might have not liked some of the interference, but there wasn't a ton of it really. I mean, Dom got up on the ropes and interfered a little bit. The referee got rid of him, and then of course Danhausen and the Mini-Housens came out and took care of Dom. So uh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match. I give the match a B plus. I love Ray Phoenix. I love the fact that they're giving that cruiserweight titles time on the show, and people are getting to see Ray Phoenix more. I'm glad they finally did something with him, even though some people say, "Well, it's a cruiserweight title." I don't care. He's in the ring.
Yeah.
He's in the ring performing, and it helps Triple A too, and
Yeah.
that's something they own. So why not do that? Why not?
I love the marriage here, and I love the match. This is hitting home to me for the type of wrestling that I started out with. You know, two guys who can go at it and do some really cool moves. Not only aerial, but they can get on that mat and do it like that. I think the very first pin count when they were both in they would not let go of that grip, and I love things like that. That's stuff that makes me pop. Nightwing, what's up with you? We're just talking SmackDown, covering it. It's our new show that we're doing on Fridays with OG Tony as the host and Chris Gonzales as producer. I'm stepping in for tonight because Chris informed me he's at a heavy metal show.
Yes,
So let him enjoy the music
yeah,
when he can. And I'm going to enjoy talking more SmackDown with OG Tony.
yes, yes. And then I was kind of excited for this next match because it was going to be kind of the main event spot, the last match on the show, even though there was going to be a talking segment after. And I was looking at the time and wondering, well, they're not going to give him too much, maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most. Uh, and it was Julia and Lash Legend for the final spot in the ladder match for SummerSlam tomorrow night for the interim women's heavyweight championship. And it was basically a squash match. Julia
Yeah.
got in very little offense and Lash pinned her. And I mean, there was a huge size difference. I didn't realize there was that. I mean, I know Lash is a big lady and she can go, but Julia can go too.
Yeah.
And she never got going in this match. I was highly disappointed. I give it a C, and probably deserved worse than that. I mean, I hate to say
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
Lash looked great, but it didn't make sense to me. I mean,
I,
cut something, give
I
them give them 7 or 8 minutes at least.
Yeah, I agree with you because both performers can make matches like that with size difference look amazing. And unless they're telling us a story and they're trying to build on something, and this was just like an awkward first step in that, whether it be for I believe it's a step for Lash,
Yep,
maybe making a claim of being extremely dominant in the women's division, especially with Rhea being out. You need someone to fill those shoes. Lash has shown some promise in some past matches and things like that. I love that finisher of hers, the
yeah,
lash extension.
yeah.
But again, I'm with you, Tony. There was no need for this to be a squash match, if that's what we can call it, because honestly, that's what it was. That's
Yeah.
literally what it was. But
Yeah.
hopefully, they can build off of it and do something with it, so this wasn't just something to throw away.
Well, I'll be honest, in my head, I was thinking before the match, they've been trying to rebuild Julia. I figured somehow, some way, Julia was going to win this match, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, maybe they'd pull the trigger, and maybe in that latter match, Julia could become the champ. I mean, a lot of people feel like it's going to be Charlotte, but I thought, take a swing and give Julia, because Julia was excellent in NXT. She was excellent in Japan, and she hasn't translated as well as I think they thought she would. But I wouldn't think they would give up on her already. And
Yeah,
and then what happened in that match, I'm like, well, maybe they have. Or maybe, like you said, maybe, and I know they've been high on Lash, and they've had Lash, with Nia in a tag team. Maybe this is her push. Maybe they'll take a swing on her and she gets the belt.
yeah. And they could follow suit with how they try to build up the smaller women by having Julia crash out. So I
Can-
mean, maybe this is one of the steps that get her to that point, because we both know Julia can put on one hell of a match. And
Yep.
when Stephanie Vacure's back, that's what I want to see. First match she's back, her and Julia go at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown. The wrestling was kind of uneven tonight. I mean, we had two pretty good matches, and then uh, well, honestly, that's the thing. Down on NXT, the women get to shine. They need to let the ladies shine more because they're capable of doing it. I've seen it.
Sure.
So I'm hoping that'll change in the future. Let's talk about some of the segments. I thought the first segment of the night, Finn Balor coming out. I thought Finn, what he was saying, about it's been 10 years. He got the belt and then lost it immediately. Had to give it up, and then Sammy interrupts. Sammy's excellent on the mic. Yeah, just fantastic in the ring. I don't know why people give Sammy so much shit, but I thought he was really good tonight. And then out of nowhere, Gunther attacks both of them. Thought that
Yeah.
was interesting. I like that. Then Nick Aldis came out and got him in the Texas Cloverleaf. I
Yeah, I
love
love
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Texas Cloverleaf guy, and I'm
Me
sure you
too.
are too. So it was absolute chaos, and I thought it was a real good segment. And I'm looking forward to both those matches. I think Finn and Sammy, who knows? They could. I mean, they're capable of stealing the show if
You
they
know
give
they
them
are.
time.
You
And
know they are.
I think Gunther and Nick Aldis is going to be good. So
It's a possible show stealer there too, because of the
yeah,
emotion thrown into it.
yeah, and so I really enjoyed the segment. I give it a B plus. I really enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
thought it was a good segment. And then next we had the Ray Phoenix segment where they set up the match with JD. Wasn't much there, just a little brief thing, so not a whole lot to go over there. But then, like I said, we talked earlier about the Tama Tonga and Tonga and their father Aku coming out. I loved it again, and I give that a B plus. I give the JD one. I give it a C plus just because they made that match,
Mhm.
but there wasn't a whole lot there, honestly. Uh, then we had the Nick Aldis video package, and I really liked it. I thought the package was very well done. The fact that they showed a bunch of TNA footage, I thought was good. You know, him in the ring. So I give it a B plus. I enjoyed that. Uh, so I thought the video packages were pretty good. I was interested to see what you thought about the Trick Williams promo and the call out of Baron Corbin. And Corbin's a great heel. I think this is what Trick needs
Mm.
because
I think I'm there with you, Tony. This gives him that next layer that going up against somebody who's just come in and for the past month done nothing but just blindside you any chance he gets. And with Trick, you get that level because now look what he did at the end of that promo talking to Baron Corbin. He had the
yeah.
entire crowd yelling "Whoop that Trick" at Baron Corbin as he
Oh
walked
yeah.
out. This not only builds Trick up into that next level, the main event level in which we all know he needs to be in very soon. Um, it also brings Baron back in a big way too, because I mean, listen to the way Corbin was talking to Trick.
Yes.
I mean, it's a no nonsense fucking Corbin. We're not getting happy Corbin. We're
No.
getting the guy who's ready to come and make a statement because he feels some sort of way on which he was gone. He was gone for a
Yeah.
while. I mean,
Yeah.
just gone. We didn't have him. He's back. It seems like they have a really solid plan for him. I love this character work. I love that shirt of his. I think that's a really cool shirt. But to get back to Trick, I think Trick's operating on levels. I mean, like the dude, he was mixing Stone Cold stuff with
Yeah.
the Rock stuff. It was masterful to see him work the crowd in a new form of wrestling. This isn't our traditional. I'm the good guy. I'm coming out here. I mean, he fucking called Baron Corbin a grown ass bald Tommy Pickles.
Yes.
Like, come on, like you don't get that from just being a robot. And if you, we'll get to CM Punk, but his stuff besides the in-ring stuff when he's doing backstage stuff, he's so robotic. It blows my mind the way
Yeah.
he does stuff, but when he's in the ring he's like on fire. Trick, backstage, in stage, in ring, doing whatever he's doing, he's just bringing that heat and the energy that you love for a main event guy.
Yeah, but you know, my point was too that Baron will help him make a better be him a better baby face because wrestling Carmelo is not going to help him because Carmelo's a baby face. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean nothing. I mean there'll be good matches and there's story there between the two, so it'd be good. I'm not saying I don't want to see it because I do, but Baron will take him to the next level, like you said, because Baron's been here. He knows how to make wrestlers. That's what his job's always been, to make other people, pretty
yeah.
much, and lose matches, which it's never hurted his career.
Mm,
And he went back out and proved himself again. That's why he's back, you know.
yeah,
And I love the line Corbin told him. Said, "Look, you mean you came in and they give you a great song where everybody get behind you, and you really you think that you're that good in the ring, but you're not as good as you think you are." You know, I love what he said because it made sense because that's one thing
yeah.
Trick's not great in the ring. He's not bad. I'm not
No,
saying that. He's solid in the ring, but he's not, a top 10 performer in the ring and may never be, but that's okay. He's a top 10 performer on the mic.
yeah,
He can he can
100%.
he can captivate a crowd. So that's important, especially in the WWE, especially in the WWE.
Well, and they need a guy like that who is just captivating. It doesn't matter what he can do in the ring. I mean, look, go back and watch The Rock at the beginning. And
Oh,
then when they started giving him a mic, it was almost like you wanted to hear him talk more than you wanted to see him in a match.
well, I'll be honest with you, when him and Lash both, when they first came in, uh, to NXT, I'm like, "They're not gonna make it."
Yeah.
Lash can gab a little bit, Trick can gab a little bit, but in the ring, it wasn't there. And then all of a sudden, both of them it clicked, you know, and you see where they're at now.
Yeah. And they
So,
can only get better from here.
oh,
I
oh
I
yeah.
can only imagine Trick is just gonna he's gonna it's gonna be a well-rounded package by the time he gets to the holding the world titles.
I agree. And then we had a couple of video packages that I tell you what, I know the build with Brock and Oba's been up and down a little bit, but the way that they clipped that video package and when they put that together, put all the good parts in there and everything, I thought that video package was A plus. I
It
the
was
people,
good.
yeah, WWE. It's hard. Not too many people can do what the WWE does with video package.
Yeah.
They just they're just good.
They're kings
And
at that.
yes,
But Tony, let me ask you something though. Because me and Kevin had this discussion in the other chat. Do you not feel that maybe they have talked this this match to death?
yeah, they got physical early, and then they decided they didn't want to get physical anymore for whatever reason. I think maybe they thought they had got maybe there should have been a little more talk. Maybe they went out of sequence. Maybe there should have been. I thought there should have been some physicality Monday night, and they
Yeah,
didn't
we
do it.
agreed on that.
So that was kind of a miss for me. Everything else has been fine. I hadn't had a problem with it, but this that Monday night was a little bit of a miss. But the video package brought it all together for me. And then finding out, that Brock is basically tutoring this guy now. They said he's so high on him, and this came from Triple H the other day in an interview that Brock Lesnar is working with Oba 100% because
Yeah.
he thinks he is the next big thing.
I
So,
it kind of shows too, and in the storyline itself, Brock took away the one thing that was undefeated, and that was the Taker at Mania. Brock is undefeated in Hell in a Cell. The fact that he's playing into those storylines that go with his long career and what we've seen of Brock Lesnar. Fighting's one's not a fan. He's saying
yeah,
Brock screwed up the storyline when he fake retired.
yeah, I thought they come back
That's
from it kind of. I think they did the best they could with it. It was a weird thing, you know. I think Brock personally. I don't think anybody knew Brock was going to do that, and Brock did it. And I don't know if he did it thinking, okay, well, I'm going to do this, and they're going to pay me more money if they want me to wrestle SummerSlam.
yeah. I
I I w I wonder because Brock wants
and we
Brock wants money.
yeah we know Brock. Money moves him, and that's the way. And that's a big statement too to do that. Because you're right. Even before that Mania match, they were saying Brock's last match is going to be at the
Yeah,
SummerSlam. And then all of a sudden they quit saying that until he came back and they're really not even saying that it's going to be his last match. It's I'm I'm a kind of agreeing with Fighting's one on this one. So you can check the
yeah,
forecast because it's a cold day in hell. Me and him are agreeing.
yeah, yeah, and Anthony said, talking about Brock, and he's never helped anybody. I don't agree with that. I
No, I
think
don't
Brock
either.
has. I think Brock has helped people. I think Brock don't get enough credit for the selling. When he's a hell of a seller in the ring, uh, and I know most people think Brock's a scumbag, and maybe he is. I mean, uh, a lot of professional wrestlers, a lot of sports guys are scumbags. I mean, it's just the way it is, and
Yep.
plus we don't know him personally either, so
Yeah.
we know what we hear, but, so that's about it, but on that, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that match, and I love the video package, and then we got the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins video package. Didn't think it was quite as strong, but I really enjoyed it too. Like I said, they
It
don't do bad video packages.
it did what it needed to, and it wasn't horrible. So yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with you. They really it's hard for them to miss on a video
yeah.
package.
Yeah, I thought they were on their backstage segments and stuff. Uh, their in-ring stuff, promos, I thought they was real pretty strong tonight. The video packages I thought were pretty strong. So I thought that was pretty good. Then we get to the last one. I'm interested to see what you thought about the CM Punk Cody Rhodes segment. What'd you think about that, Josh?
Um, I thought this was very energy filled. I liked it.
Yeah,
I'll start there. I liked it. I only I liked it because there's that element of reality to it that they both can bring to a story so well. It's like Roman and Seth, we know, are going to bring move after move and just big moments in that match. We know what we're getting there.
yep,
Here, what we know is two guys throughout the past couple weeks who were friends have slowly done things to piss off the friend. And now it's time to fight. And like CM Punk said, hey, I'm not here to make new friends. I'm here to make money and
yep,
keep old friends, but I'm okay with losing them.
mm,
And
yep.
that's going to be on you, man. Like, he's like, I've been doing this for so long. I can whoop your ass, have a beer with you afterwards. And it's going to be on Cody, which kind of leads me to believe that there might be the Cody turn that we've been claiming and wanting.
There's been some strong rumors of that in the last few days. There's a report that CM Punk wanted to turn heel. He went to the company and wanted to turn heel, and Cody. The rumor is Cody put a kibosh on that, and Cody's going to turn. Now, when, whether it's going to be at SummerSlam, I don't know. But yeah, I agree. I thought this was a pretty strong segment. I give it a B plus. I enjoyed it. I look forward to be a great match. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for SummerSlam. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, Anthony, the only thing I know what you're saying about Trick, and you may be tired of it, but the fans aren't. At least the crowd, the audience in the crowds love Trick, and I don't know that they planned on him being a face.
I don't
He,
think they did.
the fans turned him a face. They didn't have much choice.
And that happens. And that's the beauty of wrestling. Like, as a fan, that's the beauty of, like, NWO wasn't supposed to be cheered. And how
No,
many motherfuckers were buying NWO stuff?
well, I don't think they planned on Stone Cold being cheered,
Yeah,
and
he was
they had to.
supposed to be a bat, like the worst guy of the time. He's going against the Jesus saved Jake the Snake at the time.
Well, he beat the crap out of Bret Hart, and that's you had a double face turn. Had a double
Yeah,
turn. Had a
yeah,
Bret went heel and he went face. It wasn't planned on, but sometimes you got to go with it. And that's the best. That's the best. I mean, when the fans decide it, honestly, that's even better because it's not forced.
yeah. Because I mean, we wouldn't have Sami Zayn in the position he's at if the fans weren't as big on them. Finn Balor too. Do you think we would see Finn in WWE if they just went with them going out and scouting people? No, the crowd loved Finn Balor so much. Bright young boys in here talking about him. Finn
Yeah,
to the top, and I agree. We
yeah.
that the run that we got robbed of because of the injury. I still that's one of the biggest regrets that I have for as a wrestling fan. I wanted to see at least a 2 to 3 pay-per-view run with Finn as
Oh
the
yeah.
title holder.
And I hope we still get it. I mean, the guy can go. He's solid on the mic. I won't say he's fantastic on the mic, but he's definitely passable. And he's always got that demon character that he can always pull out. So yeah, I would love. And the thing that's crazy about that, I think he's like 44 years old. That dude don't look like he's 32.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Um, I did want to ask you about a couple of rumors that are real
Okay.
strong today. Real strong today, I've heard, uh, and they're saying it. Well, the Wrestling Observer said it's very soon. Could be SummerSlam. It could be after that. Randy Orton's going to be coming back, and Kevin Owens is going to be coming back.
I hope so. I hope those are not rumors. I hope those are truths that are being leaked. I've been I've been wanting Orton back, just because I know we don't have him for much longer. You know, OG.
Yep.
So I just want as much Orton as we can get, and KO. We need KO. He needs to be back into that.
Oh
We
yeah.
need that controversy. The guy who calls people out on their shit and then goes out and has a banger match. Like I need a
And
Kevin Owens match.
what's so exciting about Kevin Owens? He could go any direction. He
Yeah.
could come back. He could help Sammy. He could be against Sammy. He could help Cody. He could be against Cody. He could. I mean, there's not too much Kevin Owens can't do.
Yeah.
Everything he does, he's believable. So,
Yeah.
very underrated, very underrated. And like I said, um, Randy could be the guy that comes back and costs Cody. I mean, he punted him the last time he seen him. You know,
Yeah.
at WrestleMania. That's the last time we seen him. So, and the rumor is that he wrestled that match at WrestleMania with a bad back.
Okay.
That's why he's been out. And he claims he wants to wrestle 10 more years, but I don't think his back's going to hold up no 10 more years.
Well, the robot backs are, being studied
Well,
and made, so maybe.
yeah.
Anthony's saying, I don't believe that Kevin Owens rumor about him coming back because he has the same neck injury or injury in general that prevented them from putting DB back in the ring.
Th- that's true, but I think the surgery went well from all things I've heard. He been working, he's been on TV, he's did backstage stuff, he's done work down at NXT, he's done LFG, he's been at a lot of the shows because I've seen videos with him. Um, somebody had wanted when Sammy won the title, he was backstage. He
Mm-hmm.
was there when Sammy won the title. I seen backstage stuff, so I think Sammy's been around it a lot. So I think he's coming back. Now we'll have to change maybe how he wrestles a little bit, maybe.
Maybe
But
that
I mean,
that's
plus we know WWE protects their wrestlers, and I'm not putting AEW down, but there's a different style. Uh, it's definitely a different style. And perfect example, WWE tried to protect Brian Danielson. He went to AEW and he wrestled what he wanted to wrestle, and I'm not blaming AEW. He wanted to do it, but the guy's not too good a shape now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. His
But
whole
that but that
career
was
over there
but
is
that
way
that was
different.
his choice. That was his choice to do it. He that's the way he wanted to finish, but he can't hardly ride on a plane.
Yeah, and yes, Anthony, I seen it. That's why we're talking about it. Yeah, we already got you, bud. Don't worry. We're discussing that comment. Um, yeah, I want to see Kevin Owens back. Want to see him. I think he's been around so much lately that it's almost impossible to think that he's not coming back.
I had another question for you, and then we'll get out of here pretty soon. Do you like the 2-day events, the Summer Slams, the Manias, the Rumbles? I think Rumble's going to be. Do you like that, or would you prefer it to be one night?
Um, I like it if they do more. And okay, so like a WrestleMania, I love the way WrestleMania is set up because
Yep.
it's huge on telling the big stories and finishing them out or continuing a new story. So I like the way those are set up. But like at say SummerSlam, there's only a couple of them that I'm going to need a huge story for, and that's the Hell in a Cell and all the world title matches and the ladder match. Outside of that, I don't need a video package. I don't need none of that. I just need to get you guys to get your asses to the ring, do the match, and move
Yeah.
on. I do like the 2 nights only because I'm a fan of wrestling and I
Yeah.
love the fact that that's more wrestling. I understand that it sometimes it just gets way too much and that they draw things out. Um, Honestly, the old style in which they did pay-per-views, even the big ones, I loved it. I mean, some of those are my favorite ones. Royal Rumbles, things like that. Um, But to break it up into 2 nights now and do all the SummerSlam manias and things like that, it's a hit or miss. I
Yeah,
think this one's going to hit just because of all the energy that has been put into it. We've been critical about WWE for this past 6 weeks,
yeah,
but it's SummerSlam.
yeah.
You know, this is something that's one of the big four for true wrestling fans.
Yeah, I think they've got some big plan for SummerSlam and the night after SummerSlam. I really think they do. I think they're going to deliver. Uh, but I'll be honest. I like the 2 days because again, like you, I'm a big wrestling fan. So to me, the more wrestling, the better.
Yeah,
But and I definitely loved WrestleMania being 2 days
yeah,
because that's a party weekend. That's a holiday. It'll be
yeah.
for me. Now, I will say this: looking at the card, I think both nights are pretty decent, pretty good. But could you imagine if you'd cut that down to 8 or 9 matches one night?
It
It
would
would
be.
be one hell of a show. It'd be
It
one
would
because I
be.
mean, because you got Gable and Penta, and you got the ladies ladder match. You got some big stuff on there, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I mean, there's 3 or 4 matches you could cut off that.
Yeah, true, true. But then you miss out on that opportunity of somebody saying, if you liked what we did night one, wait till you see what we do
That's
night
true.
two. And that, yes, it's all about money. If you are out there watching this product and being like, do it for the love of the game, you're foolish. This is from top to bottom, from the biggest star to the smallest star, to the kids starting out.
Yep,
This business is about money. And promoters, company owners, promotion owners, that's what they're trying to make. They're
yep.
renting these places out to put on a show to make a profit. So anybody who can get their whistle wet with this and money, they're going to do it, OG.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And yeah, Anthony, you're right. I mean, the reason they do 2 nights is the money.
Yeah,
TKO. But because if I'll be honest with you, if it's up to Triple H, the only show that would be 2 nights would be WrestleMania.
yeah.
Because it's difficult to book 2 nights.
Well, do you remember how they used to run the single nights of WrestleMania and how long it was? It was an
Yeah, yeah.
AEW show.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So yes, I agree with you. That one definitely keep it at 2 nights, but every other one, yeah, I think you can get away with just bringing them to a single night and getting a
yeah.
bigger payday out of that.
Yeah, yeah, but like you said, TKO, they want that money. I
Yeah,
mean, I think, the ticket sales have been slow, and they lowered it down some 25% on, $25 tickets in some spots, and they lowered some tickets. Tickets have went down. I know Big Lynn got tickets for SmackDown. He got on the floor, for the first time in a while. He got tickets on the floor where he was what he was paying up top. So the tickets are going coming down.
that's good.
Uh that's a good thing. Uh, but yeah, I mean, they're going to end up with 35 to 40,000 probably both nights. So I mean, definitely not a failure by any means. And AEW struggled with some of their ticket sales. They went 50% off
Yeah,
on their ticket sales over in England. So I mean, they're up to about 30, I think close to 35,000 now. So that's went up. And plus they still got some time. So I think they could reach 40, 45,000 by because they still got a month to go.
yeah,
And the car's starting to come out and starting to build it, so
yeah, and they're doing really good work. We were highly impressed with their dynamite. Um, and I mean, again, this wasn't a bad SmackDown. There was just spots in it that you
yeah.
know,
Well, again, it's what I tell, wrestling fans, and I wish more of 'em would take it, and you know what I'm gonna say, you gotta watch it with different glasses.
yep,
If you think you're gonna watch a WWE show and it's gonna be like AEW, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Same token, if you wanna watch WWE and you wanna think, "Hey, man, I want some entertainment," and this I'm not saying you won't get entertained with AEW, but it's a lot more wrestling. It's a lot more moves, and it's more about the moves than it is the story. Not that they don't tell stories, and they are getting better at telling stories,
they are.
but it's not as story driven as WWE. Not quite, but they're heading that way. I think they're doing a better job. But it's just different. I mean, same thing. If I'm going to sit down and watch NWA on a Saturday at 4 o'clock, I gotta say, hey, this is what I'm prepared to see. It's very old school type wrestling. It's
Yep.
in a studios type show. It's not big fanfare and all that stuff. So you got to prepare. Same thing with TNA, and
Yeah.
TNA had a hell of a show last night. Very good show. So and they
Yeah.
took a swing.
They did they ever. Yeah, TNA is just huge right now. They're really picking up steam with this partnership. Um, I I love wrestling, OG,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
right
yeah,
now I feel like we're in the golden era of it. AEW's picking up and doing weekly shows that we're enjoying. WWE's got some big stories that are going to be going right now.
yeah,
I mean, even Young Boy saying, "Can't catch me at all this weekend." It's SummerSlam time, and
yeah,
like you said, with WrestleMania, it's a party. SummerSlam, it's another one that can be a party. Like, I mean, I remember in high school, this was one that where all the friends came over and we all
yeah.
watched SummerSlam. Um, it's a it's a great time to be a wrestling fan, and again, take that advice from OG. Watch the promotion that you want to watch, but watch it with the proper set of eyewear.
Yeah.
Because if you're expecting all these different things out of it, it's not going to happen, and you're just going to be pissed off at the end of the day.
Well, I was on an AEW site and they asked which show was the best, and they wanted everybody to say AEW and all this stuff. And I put on there, I like all wrestling, and what's hitting for me the most right now, usually for me, is Monday Night Raw, Triple A, and Dynamite. The two that TNA is still good, but they're a little hit or miss, and SmackDown has been hit or miss for me. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just being honest. Not that it's been bad all the time, but it's a little more hit or miss. But Raw usually does it for me, even though I didn't think Raw wasn't too bad last week. Now 2 weeks ago, Raw had a bad show. It wasn't strong at all. A couple weeks ago, I gave it like a 7. It was pretty weak, but I thought it was better this week. But AEW is doing a good job, and Triple A's doing really good. So putting on good shows, and it's very good to watch because it's only 1 hour.
yeah,
Entertainment and wrestling, it's very easy to digest.
you're in
So,
and out.
yep, yep. Real quick before we get out of here, Josh, what grade would you give tonight on a scale of 1 to 10?
On a 1 to 10 scale, I'm giving this one a 7. I didn't hate it, but again, when you claim to be the top of the mountain,
Yeah.
sometimes the go home show needs to be something we all talk about. Now that main event promo, it it made me really interested in that
Yeah.
main event
Well,
between Cody and Punk.
they did some stuff with the promos. I thought Trick did a good job, him and Baron, to get their match. More interest. I thought Punk and them did a good job. I thought Finn Balor and that segment did good for both those matches. So I give it a 7.5.
Okay,
If the wrestling would have been a little stronger, it could have been an 8 or 8 or 8.5. But the wrestling wasn't super strong tonight. Just being honest.
agreed, 100%, and back you up on that one.
But yeah, I had a good time tonight. So uh,
Yeah,
tomorrow, do some plugging real quick. I have something wrote down here. Let me find it. For some independent wrestling, real quick. Hey, check out Hollywood House. He'll be managing at Emerge tomorrow night in Columbus, Indiana. I think bell time's probably like 7. You can check out their website to get all their information because I don't have it all in front of me. Also, I've got some friends over at Tense Championship Wrestling. They're in Marion, Indiana. They're putting on a free show. They were supposed to be outside, but they moved it to their new arena, which I don't think was quite ready, but they're going to move it inside. It's a free show. Gang Grill's going to be there, and
oh,
also it's for the kids. It's a back to school show. They're giving out 200 backpacks with some school supplies.
oh, that's awesome.
That's in Marion, Indiana. So, and also tomorrow night, GWR and In Your House. We're teaming up tomorrow night for a watch along of SummerSlam. We'll be on just a little bit before 6. You can check that out on our GWR's Facebook page or YouTube. I think Josh
Yes,
is going to be with us, so I'm looking forward to that. And we'll be doing night one only because I've got a SummerSlam party for night 2.
I love
So
it. I love it. Yeah. And Anthony, yes, SummerSlam is definitely uh, one that should be focused around like states like you're talking about that are California, Florida, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Yeah, I totally get that. It they plan where they plan, and that's where they go.
Yeah.
If I was booking it, trust me, I would be with you on those types of thoughts. But OG, I enjoyed setting in here with you.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it.
This was fun. I love where you guys are at with these new shows. You and Chris are, even though you only did one so far with Chris,
Yep,
I'm telling you, dude, I've been singing your guys' praises all week long because of it.
I
It's
appreciate it.
great stuff. Fans, if you want to check out In Your House, check us out. We got a website, inyourhouse.com. Go check it out. You can see all our schedules and all of what we're doing. Again, check us out with Gonzo's wrestling room tomorrow where we do the live watch along with SummerSlam Night 1. Go check out Goalie Nutrition and type in your or IYH at the discount to get your discount at the end of checkout. You're going to get 25% off within your house. Use IYH at that goalie.com, goalienutrition.com. Also, we are going to have a NordVPN coming up. So be on the lookout for that, fans. Once we get all that taken care of, that's going to be another sponsor that we got in our back pockets. Fans, we got so many shows out there, but let's be honest. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I'm ready to go to bed. Go
Yeah.
check out our website. Go see what we're doing. We got all of our stuff, blogs, friends, links, emails, ways to contact us, and our schedules for all the shows. Fans, thank you so much for joining us. It's the voice and OG Tony for the SmackDown After Party. And we don't have an exit, so we'll just see you guys next time. Uh, I'll do the countdown.